Fucking
There we go.
words.
Can people hear us now? I hope people can hear us now. People should be able to hear us now.
Me, but no one else. You should be able to hear.
I added the... Yeah. Is it working now?
Nope.
No. Are you?
Oh, I can hear it. It's really quiet.
Working now? Working now? Yes? All right. I apologize for that. I'm fired. People, please tell us how the audio is going. I can turn us up if I need to, but just let me know.
Oh, that's so
Sargon moment. I have never watched Sargon, but if that's something he normally does.
So famously, Sargon was trying to dunk on Mr. Medicare and did like 30 minutes of a stream completely muted.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, I think I figured out why my chat can't hear you guys, because I'm fucking retarded. That's why.
That's
Hey,
okay.
now,
We're all a little bit stupid.
We're on
tonight.
YouTube.
A little low.
Okay, there we go.
I can turn myself up if I need to. All good. I need to know, is everybody in the podcast sounding good? Can everybody hear the co-hosts? Co-hosts continue to talk.
The reason why fucking no one else could hear you guys is because I didn't have my audio scene up on my new scene for the podcast.
I see.
The one that I just set up and shit.
See, that was
Also,
my
yes,
issue too.
11 streams will continue. We just wanted to have an official like VOD channel for the podcast.
Yes.
Yes, pretty much. For the time being. Well, not even for the time being. From now on, if you want to watch our podcasts uninterrupted on YouTube, you can find them at what was the name we chose? I believe it is just Under the VT, I believe is what we took. So at Under the VT. Mizu is kind of quiet. All right, I can turn them up.
Unfortunately, it's Under the T podcast. If you search Under the T, though, we're the first result, which is kind of impressive because the second result is the Under the Sea Little Mermaid thing.
Yep. There we go.
So we somehow beat the autocorrect on that one.
But we also need, like, the fucking name Under the T is taken by some weird foreign dude, and I want to try to get it from him.
You can try and buy it for $10,000 or some shit.
Ew,
No, it's okay. We'll buy it for 10,000 rupees. I'm pretty sure that's like $5.
Oh, goodness. Mizu is a bit quiet. I've turned up Mizu a little bit. Is Mizu louder now?
We gotta be careful too, because it's a little behind. Because the stream has like a little delay to it. So you don't want to make too many changes back to back.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. We'll get them as we go. Is Lennox okay? I believe so. Which one of you talked to her last? Because you both have talked to her, kinda.
I have.
Okay.
Actually, the latest person to talk to her is probably Kumo.
Okay.
Who texted her because they have her number.
Okay. Well, hopefully she's doing good. I did also message her. We're kind of getting a little bit ahead of ourselves now. But basically, we were gonna have a special guest tonight. I made a special little background for them. They are here, and the reason why Lennox isn't here is because they were going to talk about a group they were previously in, and that I am not going to be schizo and say that it was a coordinated attack, because I don't know, but from the looks of it, somebody or a group of people came together and harassed them to the point where they did not feel comfortable coming on anymore. So that's awesome. Not really, though, at all.
Yeah.
I think what's important is the excuse that was given was because I was here. But the other excuse is because I act in bad faith, so they should not be around me. Which it's important to note, that's an accusation Marina makes a lot about me.
Indeed.
That specifically I'm a bad faith actor and people should not talk to me.
Indeed.
We also know from multiple other people within that used to be a part of VT Rainbow that Marina is very butthurt about me and has actively tried to dissuade people from looking at anything I do.
Very, very despicable in my personal opinion. Now really quickly, and I'm gonna try and make sure that I do my best not to rant tonight. I'm a little upset. As many people know, during our first podcast, 8 podcasts ago, I was very sympathetic to Marina because I really did not know anything about them. All I knew is that they were just kind of, you know, in the wrong place at the wrong time. They may have said some things that are probably not things that you should say online because it opens you up to things like defamation. But for the most part, I had kind of written it off at, maybe this can be excused if they don't make the same mistake again. And I even told them, because for the longest time, I kind of talked to them and said, listen, if you want to avoid this, probably shouldn't do this ever again. Probably should just not interact with drama. And then this happened. And I was still going to be nicer tonight. I'm not going to be nice anymore. I am out of F's to give. So, you know.
And it's like, as much as we can try to pin the majority of stuff on Marina, there's other people who are bad faith actors that we just don't know the names of yet.
Yeah. So we're just gonna talk about the stuff that is in the public. Originally we were going to have our guests come on and talk about things that they had seen, but because they are not here, we are only going to show what has been made public on Twitter, what people have said, and we'll make some speculation of our own based off of what we see on what's in the public. And after that, it's up for you guys to decide who is at fault and stuff.
There's some stuff we can kind of bring up that's just we've heard from other sources that technically isn't public, but without like giving too many specifics.
Right, right.
Like, I would like to point out that our first stream, which was the one with Marina, was characterized very differently by Marina than what actually happened. And we have had several people from VT Rainbow confirm that Marina had basically framed our first stream to them as like slander, and we were just bad faith and out to get them and just wouldn't let them speak or anything, and that we had hounded to get them on the stream.
Which is
completely
surprising.
changed the context. When she specifically asked to join the stream, we had never asked her. She approached, I believe, Lumi specifically to ask to come on. And we were very friendly to her. In fact, some of you guys ribbed both me and Oka for being a lot more gentle than other people would be.
Yes.
But it was kind of portrayed as if we like really dug in on her and just would not let up.
Yeah, like I was watching vtuber Cringe's live stream going over our first episode of the podcast, and even everyone in his chat was like, why are they being so nice to Marina? They like, I think one of them said that we don't have much of a spine, and I'm like, dude, that was our first episode of the podcast, my dude.
Yeah.
And two, please.
Again, I can't really say things that I don't know. Again, people that and even Mizu was like, there are these things that I know, and it's just like, well, I don't know them. And so I don't want to get lumped in as somebody who just goes along with the crowd. So, you know, the first episode I was like, all right, let me step back. Let's talk about this. And I'm very, I'll be honest with you, I am very shocked that she said those things about the podcast. Like I guess it's a very big reach, but I guess she could say that about Mizu, maybe because she doesn't like Mizu. But if she spoke in general about the whole podcast, I'm very surprised because I will say from my personal experience, Marina has been very nice to me. And after all that has gone on, I'm very much questioning like if that was real. And it's really sad to think about because, you know, you try to give the benefit of the doubt to everybody on the internet, no matter what people say about them, because you just want to be nice and try and see the good in people. And then this happens, and I'm being told that I was apparently slandering someone, and that doesn't fit right with me, especially since that's not what happened at all. So I'm very upset.
Yeah, so that was fun, and it was interesting to learn that that's how she painted that. Which also makes sense that she was heavily recommending to the ex-VT Rainbow members that they should not come on our podcast because we were a bad podcast.
We were a bad podcast.
Meanwhile, would you like to tell the group what Marina sent you, Oka?
Oh, what they sent in my messages?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so first off, they deleted it. I would have to scroll up to find, hold on. Let me get my
You don't
phone
have to
out.
read it word for word.
Right here. So
Just give us a summary. Oh, hi, Kumo.
basically, what they had said was they don't want us to talk about it. Multiple members, basically, actually, I have it pulled up here. She said, the short answer is we don't want anybody to be involved in any discussions. Multiple members have already been experiencing pain and harassment. We had expressed our respect and well wishes to all the members that have departed from the group and want no part in the negativity. I kindly ask that you not continue to use this situation for any sort of content, as it is a matter of individuals being upset and not a public of welfare or involvement. Which I don't feel like you really get the choice to say that after everything that everybody else has said. I don't think this is just a bunch of hurt feelings, especially after talking to Lennox, which, thank you for correcting me, they do go by they, it, and I've talked to a few of them here. I talked to Deval, and Deval was just like, just refer to my public statement and please just listen to people because people are hurting, and it's insane that, like, this is what's going on.
To Kumo a bit, which, by the way, something that Marina said in her message to Oka was that people were being harassed over this. According to other people I talked to, none of the ex-members were getting harassment. None of the current members were getting harassment. It's possible Marina was. I'm not gonna say she was or wasn't, but she also likes to sympathy fish. I feel like she would have actually shared something publicly if she was, and not just said it privately to Oka.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is I'm not going to push Lennox, even though I would really like to see it. Lennox said that they were receiving a lot of stuff and messages. I want to see that because I want Lennox to shame the people that, because I don't condone harassment. I think that is petty. I think that is dumb. I don't think this is harassment because we're just talking about what we're seeing and giving our opinions, and you don't have to watch it. Very big difference between actively shoving it in your face and telling you to eat it. But I want Lennox to show who's been harassing because I believe her, but I also would like to see it. But when there's this thing that I'm very tired of people saying when they're like, oh, I've been harassed, I've been sent death threats, people are getting this and this, and then they never share it. They just say that they have it. If you have it, prove it, and I will sympathize better.
It's like, I get why Lennox doesn't want to share, because, you know, two things. One, anxiety is a bitch, and just hearing about what they were dealing with, it's just, you know, that would make anyone nervous. That would make anyone just, you know, want to not talk about it.
Oh, hello, Kumo.
And also, you know, that, yeah, we know that a lot of these people do use alt accounts to harass others.
Yes.
And, you know, I'm sure it would
later.
be pretty easy just by how people type to connect the alt account to the main account. But it would just honestly invite more harassment from, you know, alt accounts or who knows what else. It's like, if they don't want to share the messages publicly, which is completely understandable, it's like, even just, I don't know. It's like, I understand what Lennox is going through. I don't want them to hurt or be harassed, but just, I don't know. I'm sure at some point when things aren't as heated, they might talk about it some more. But, you know, it's just a waiting game at this point.
I think what's very unfortunate and very sad is Lennox does seem like they are in a weak position because from what I've heard, there has been a lot of mistreatment from where they've been. And I do believe that this was a vulnerable, and I feel very sad that like this is where it led to, because like I am sure that they were in a very, I'm sure they were already on edge, because it's just like, you know, when you want to talk about somebody that you feel emotionally abused you or did all of these things, you know, and then you're getting this. If she, you know, if she doesn't talk about it, you know, it's again, I want her to name and shame these people because they deserve that. Huh?
They.
Right. Excuse me. I want them to share it because I feel like they need to. I feel like the people that have hurt them need to be named and shamed. But it's just really sad because nobody deserves this. You know, I don't even think Marina deserves I don't think anybody deserves to go through pain and suffering. But if you put yourself,
are getting on a little bit of a tangent.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My apologies, but I just don't think people deserve it. You know.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
You just gotta keep it moving a little bit.
Yeah.
No, I already talked to Kuma and got her to corroborate some statements.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because we got Kumo in chat over on the YouTube.
Yes.
And I spoke with Kumo in DMs to corroborate some of Linux's statements, because sometimes I just want a second person saying something independently. So I think between Linux, Kumo, and what's their name, Duval?
I believe so. I could be pronouncing it wrong. And if somebody wants
between the three, we have like fine enough proof. As well as what Marina said to Oko, just like the way she said it kind of has the same feeling that I've gotten from the other three people's statements about Marina, as well as how Marina has personally talked and treated me in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty obvious she's got like a behavior pattern. It's pretty obvious.
And I don't know, again, I don't know if Marina is like intentionally doing this or if it's just like, you get into a spot where you make a mistake and then you freak out and make more mistakes. I don't know, but this needs to stop. Really does. So
I guess everybody should kind of know the base level context. You can probably see it above me in the corner there. I don't know if I've always got it anywhere. But VT Rainbow we talked about the other week, put out like a statement.
There we
go. It was like a blizzard statement because nobody had said anything yet.
Yes.
So everybody knew, like, it's weird, right? When nobody said anything bad about you, but you still put out a statement talking about how good you are and your commitment to being good people.
Yeah.
Typically that means somebody's about to say something showing you're a bad person. I don't know whose statement dropped first, but in a very short time, a statement was dropped from Lennox, Kumo, and Duval. And all three of them kind of ran about the similar gambit of VT Rainbow was a shit show, everybody was treated poorly, Marina really doesn't care about anything VT Rainbow supposedly stood for. She was just kind of there to prop herself up and sort of use it to make money and kind of grow her own brand as the VT Rainbow person.
Mm-hmm. Really quickly, if we could just so let's talk a little bit about the group itself. Like the group, from my understanding, the group is just POC individuals, or just
Not
people.
POC. LGBT.
Is it just it's just an LGBT focus or what?
It should have been LGBT focus.
Okay, so it's
But they also were like, well, we're also very kind to our disabled people, which was not true. It was also clarified by other people that specifically Marina's stance of being like pro-trans and pro-pronouns, which if anybody watched her first stream, she said that not using someone's preferred pronouns did qualify as harassment and hate. As it turns out, she was very bad about using people's proper pronouns and typically didn't care. and just would use whatever she felt like for them. So it's not even a position she seems to hold truthfully. It's just something she holds for herself.
I'm going to post something in the our host space.
Okay.
And also Lennox wanted to clarify that Deval was not in VT Rainbow and never was.
Really? Okay.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Were they just
Lennox said that we can share this.
Oh, okay. Here, I'm gonna hide the screen real quickly.
And Marina never misgendered Lennox, but others did, and she didn't care.
Yeah.
Okay. So what order would we like to take this in?
Well, there's only 2 screenshots.
Well, let's do the initial announcement first, then we'll go over the public stuff on Twitter, and then we can do individual statements after.
Okay, we can do that. It is also worth noting that the original account for VT Rainbow is privated right now. So this is a screenshot of the announcement, and I believe that was taken by Kumo. So there you go. They privated their account long ago, before we planned to do this.
The account, the Twitch VT Rainbow account has currently been disabled.
That's
They're
crazy.
like their Twitch group or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what they're called on Twitch. Their Discord is currently in lockdown, unless they've opened it up in the last day, but they locked it down about a day ago.
Yeah. Okay.
And according to Marina, the group itself is on hiatus. Which kind of tells you all you need to know about how Marina sees this group. She thinks she can put the whole group on hiatus.
I think it's important to, because I feel like this is something that people got confused over. This isn't like this doesn't sound like an official corporate group, even though it was tried to be run like an official corporate group. It's just a group of quote-unquote buddies getting together and streaming together. That's kind of and people can correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like it's a bunch of buddies getting together, and there's a corporate aspect to it to make money off of it. Am I correct or incorrect on that?
That's what it feels like, but there's no proof because there was no contracts, so there was no transparency.
Right. That is correct, because there was no... Yeah, you mentioned that you were told there were no contracts. That's awesome.
Yeah. As I've been able to confirm with multiple members of VT Rainbow, there was no contract for the group. You were just a part of it, and it was supposed to be portrayed as like a fun friend group. The problem is the VT Rainbow quote-unquote management was actually getting sponsorships for the talent. So you can't really do like we're just a nice friend group when money is being exchanged. You have to have like a contract, you have to have some level of transparency.
Kumo said that VT Rainbow is non-profit.
Non-profit.
And Andreas said VT Rainbow is a Twitch team, to be specific.
Okay. What does that mean?
Well, Twitch teams can only be made by someone who is a Twitch partner.
Okay.
Yep.
So basically, like, for example, the Twitch team that I'm a part of is for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. And, like, you know, you can add people to that team.
Right.
And people can remove themselves if they want to as well.
Right. But, like...
It's just a little, hey, we're part of this. It shows who's live in that team, and, you know, it's just a little, like... Okay, take Juniper. Our little thing. That, but Twitch.
But without contracts.
But without contracts. It's just a fun little thing.
Right. Interesting. Kumo also added on, any sales were said to go back to expensive, which, TBH, there were no sales where I was there. That's interesting.
Like FaZe Clan? Yeah, like FaZe Clan.
I mean, Face Clan has a lot more to it, because I knew somebody that was going to go into it and then decided not to, and she had a very long process to actually, get into it. This is more, from my perspective looking in, this seems like we're trying to have a corporate feel to us. However, there's nothing really official about it. We just have somebody that's really high up that knows how to get things going and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. That's just what it looks like to me.
Mm-hmm. All right. Do we want to read the statement and then go from there?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Lumi, would you read that?
Okay, let me throw my glasses back on because I am a blind bitch.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to take mine off?
Alright.
Borrow mine.
Let's see here. VT Rainbow has been a passion project for us over the past year and a half. We have taken the time to experiment with direction and priorities for the group, and we always had the intention of allowing us to be a fluid and evolving team. Since May 2022, we've had the pleasure of working with many talented creators. We've seen the introduction of new members as well as the departure of some of our talent. Each creator who has been a part of our journey has left an inedible... What the fuck word is that?
Indelible?
I don't know words. I'm just gonna say incredible. I don't care.
It's indelible.
Indelible.
Indelible mark. I have never heard that word.
Nobody uses that word. It's
What?
not like a popular word.
What does that mean?
I've been seeing people say that this is a chat GPT thing.
It's very likely. Indelible is one of those words used when you sound smart. It's basically like a permanent mark. That's literally what it means, like a permanent mark.
I see.
I feel stupider that I had to look this up because I did not know that was a word.
Yeah, it's a word. It just, people don't really use it.
Indelible, unerasable. I see. Thank you, Murray, for being my dictionary. And we celebrate their ongoing ventures as extensions of our collective mission. VT Rainbow continues to be a committed... Do you want to scroll down? Because I'm reading it off of your screen share.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Continues to be committed to our core mission, empowering the LGBTQ+ community and engaging in our audience through a wide variety of content spread across platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. The future is full of promise as we have many plans with both online and in-person events in the future. We are excited to reveal what's next and are fully committed to amplifying conversations that matter to the LGBTQ+ community and the... I gotta scoot you away from my screen. Passions of our member. Thank you for continuing to support us on our journey.
There you go. It's a whole lot of nothing.
Those of you watching my stream know you didn't watch me throw myself and Akko to the side so I can actually read things.
It's a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. All I can tell is you're saying, hey, we've had a good time here, and we're gonna continue having a good time here.
Well, see, that's the thing, and that's what kind of made it suspicious, is the group, or the message is not supposed to admit to any wrongdoing, because then that would tell you there was wrongdoing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's worded very clever in that way, or because they avoided that. But it was still meant to, like, preemptively combat any accusations.
Right.
To be like, no, see, look, we just put out our message. We're good people.
Yeah,
And it just doesn't work. But it's such a bad idea to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I learned this from some other business people. When something bad happens, don't say anything. Because even this...
pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah, and I feel like they're kind of doing that now. But just doing this and then privating your account and telling people not to talk about it is the worst thing you could do. Like, the best thing you could do is let people get their shit out, make them feel important, and then when it dies down, you can continue what you're doing. Because that's what every company who has controversy does. Most successful ones, I would say. You know, so.
Yeah.
You know.
I forgot to turn on Mix It Up. Sorry, nerdy.
It's just kind of amplifies just the amount of BS that is happening. So after this was posted, some people threw some stuff out for people to read. We have I have a couple of different ones pulled up here. Lenox posted one, Kumo posted one, Duval posted one, and if you'd like, we can go ahead and read through some of those and talk about what they posted.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, what would you like to start with first? You want to start with Lenox?
We should probably start with Duval since they're apparently not a part of the group.
Yeah, all right,
Yeah.
I'll go
It was
ahead.
just more about their overall experience with the group.
All right, let's see here. So let me turn this on. So at first, they were kind of, I call it vague posting. They probably weren't vague posting, but they basically said that somebody was, I'll just read it verbatim. When the group led by someone who stalked me, sent spies, and sexually and emotionally abused my friends are revealed to be a bunch of effing grifters, I feel bad for the victims, but I feel that spiteful pleasure knowing more people are seeing awful people for who they are. So, you know, they started off by saying that, and then they came out and said, oh, this is about VT Rainbow, and then they basically gave us a thread to read. So, if it's all right with you guys, I can read this one.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so... So my bad experiences with VT Rainbow are mostly with Marina. We initially got in a fight over her support and friends with Nux, a known bigot. After they blocked me, I kinda just left it till. My next known interaction was when I later learned about VT Rainbow's founding. At the time that a group that appears overwhelmingly white can't call themselves a truly diverse group because like they put the twice in there. The experience of a POC LGBTQIA plus member is always going to be different from a white member, and both perspectives are needed. I was vague tweeting about this at the time because I wanted the lesson to be out there. I then learned that she had subtweeted me about the fact that she wasn't white and was in fact a POC, and to which I'm sorry, like that is a genuine fuck up of mine. And I have no intention of defending that. This is when I learned they were sending their friends or spies, as they called them, into my DMs as fake, concerned, and worried people who just wanted to stay safe, etc., etc. This was also when I learned Marina and her friend have an entire Discord channel dedicated to bullying and making fun of people, particularly neurodivergent people. Whether that was intentional or coincidental, I cannot say for sure. A former member of their friend group, who won't be named, sent me this before they cut ties, taken from her VTX Discord. And the members basically, people are basically saying, you need a spy, and then Marina says, I need a spy. And this person's saying, I am the spy, which is, this is pretty crazy, just on the outset here. Anyway, I was one of those targets, and despite being blocked, she would frequently be talking about either stuff I said or mocking me with her friends, which, like stalking in high school bully shit. I've talked to her other victims in the past, and they have similar stories that are their own to tell. Her common tactic is, frankly, intimidation. Her past victims are pressured by her size as a creator into silence, knowing how happily she used what she could to ruin someone's time as a creator. There are other, frankly, more abusive and horrible stories that I have heard since then from other victims, but those are not my stories to tell. If they decide to speak up, I will be sure to amplify those voices. But for now, that's all I have to say on this. Thank you for reading. To other victims out there, I'll happily listen to you. Well, there you go. So this is what a non-member had to say.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know all of their relationship with the group. I don't know if Kumo knows a little bit about that, but it sounds like she was at the very least adjacent to the group. And there were some issues, and those issues led to people getting hurt feelings and being upset with each other. So, yeah.
Also, I will say, like, a lot of this just kind of rings true for Marina. We've seen it today.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How? What do you mean by today? Oh, just because of what happened earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, I don't want to just come out and say that, like, Marina is the reason why Lennox decided not to come on. But it would not surprise me if she had something to do with it. At this point, after reading, oh, they sent spies after me, and Marina personally said, I need someone to spy after somebody, this does not surprise me if that is what happened. It's kind of crazy. And yeah, I'm sad.
I will say as a side note, this post is also kind of funny because it's just like Marina's whole group that she wanted to appeal to. Just they didn't even really appeal to her because they felt like she wasn't doing it right.
Yeah, I have an anecdote for that, but I'm gonna save it for the end here. Just about what I think about all of this, but I'll save that for later. All right, let's move on to Kumo's post. Let's see here.
This is them prepping the account. Please be careful with clicking stuff.
That's right. My apologies.
Man, you're on some dangerous territory.
You're right. I mean, I hid my screen, so.
Especially we all are watching you.
Yeah, we're all watching you.
You're right. My apologies.
Especially when you're looking on Kumo's Twitter, you're like in some real dangerous territory.
Yeah.
That's almost as bad as looking at my Twitter at random.
That's almost as bad as looking at my likes. Never go look at my likes.
That's almost as bad as looking at Arya's Twitter at random.
At least it's hidden. At least it's hidden from the main channel. All right. You want? I pretty much have it pulled up. So hold on a moment.
How is this woman friends with Vex and Cottontail? I don't know, but that's how why nobody wants to get on her bad side.
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah.
I mean, I don't know shit about Vex, but I hear Cottontail's a whole nother can of worms.
I know nothing about them, so I can't say anything.
I don't want to comment on either of them without a refresher.
Yeah.
I'll find some old shit and I'll send them over to you. All I know is that she's a raging auntie.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing.
Here.
Also, Kumo says the server is VTX, which is for her friends, not the vtuber Rainbow. And yeah, I suppose overall, this is probably more about Marina, because Marina is VT Rainbow.
She
Very
founded
true.
it, so it's an extension of herself.
I think, because we all talked about this, and I think we've all come to the conclusion that VT Rainbow was never a group. VT Rainbow was Marina's way to prop herself up, that was disguised as a group.
Sorry, I'm just scrolling right now because I had something specific. There it is. There it is. Let me pull it up on the screen really quickly here. There we go. Alright, so this was Kumo's post that they made. Mizu, would you like to read it?
1 second, perhaps.
Okay.
I haven't fixed all my stuff. Oh,
you're
I'll just
fine.
read it. We'll get around to it in a minute. I've been trying to word this in a way that conveys my thoughts sincerely and evenly toned, rather than be vague. This will probably be the last time I refer to this. My ventures, my achievements, and success is not part of that group. I left the group because my content was determined to be against their, quote, brand content that I get sponsorships for, that I rely on. I was asked if I would drop that content or leave the group. I left on the spot. Didn't feel empowered, I felt shamed. I'm grateful to have met new friends like the other members. I was so happy to meet LGBTQ plus members of Offkai through the group's booth, and I worked my butt off at that convention to the point of getting sick and fainting because I believed in it. There were so many that this was a light for, but I want no part in that future. I don't intend to spread poison in their waters. Most of us ex-members have kept quiet because we don't want to stir trouble, but I really don't like being a stepping stone to be tossed aside after my usefulness is over. I hope the group realizes their vision of raising LGBTQ voices upwards in the streaming industry truly. Peace and hope, girl.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
It's not the last time she referred to this. Kumo, you're funny. I need to follow you on Twitter.
Sorry, chat. Stream Deck is having a heart attack. Okay. So
I'm tall.
Kumo, there's a lot more about Kumo that we could discuss because both Mizu, I believe you had a brief interaction with them, correct?
I was talking to Kuma on Twitter.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about kind of what was discussed?
Yeah, I can. I believe Kumo said it was okay.
Okay.
I will have our messages open on the other screen, Kumo, so if you want me to like not say anything, you could just say it and I'll immediately see it.
Well, there you go.
But basically, because we didn't have like a whole bunch of confirmation of some of the stuff Lynn told us, I wanted to get more confirmation from Kumo. So I basically asked, we were told a story of how Kumo was removed, how Kumo was brought into a call with multiple other members and basically repeatedly shamed by Marina and told that they like needed to change their content style or they needed to leave, and that Marina wanted to do a vote to get rid of Kumo. Well, turns out nobody in the group actually cared, and Kumo was basically just like, oh yeah, no, we all like her, we're not getting rid of her. Which made Marina and Marina's significant other very, very mad, because something we didn't know from that story that we were able to get from Kumo later was that Marina had been going around for days, possibly weeks, to the members, trying to turn them against Kumo, because Marina had learned that Kumo liked Lolly Dojinshi on Fansly, which, for those of you who don't know, Marina really hates Lolly anything. It's one of the reasons she hates Taiga so much. So she just, like, absolutely flipped out on it.
Right.
So this call started going the opposite way for Marina. Eventually, Kumo basically just said, look, I'll just leave because it's too much trouble. She's causing the other members too much trouble and harassing them. It's probably better I leave just to make Marina shut up and, like, stop.
That's crazy. Yeah. Just
it was also clarified that Marina had not given any, like, content rules from the group. So this was something she just kind of made up on the spot and then claimed Kumo was violating, like, their code of ethics or whatever that they didn't have because it was not a professional group and there was not even any contracts.
Should have turned around and have them vote to remove Marina. Well, I don't think you can really do. It's like, that's not really easy to do because she, like, founded the group and you would need somebody else as a partner to remake the group, which I guess.
I mean, if they can kick out Papa John from Papa John's.
I don't think it's the same way, but, you know.
Also, one thing that came up is Marina tried to claim that this was something new that she had found out. But according to Kumo, Marina had been warned ahead of time during her interview of this because they knew it was a contentious subject. So Marina either just didn't care or did care and decided they were going to wring Kumo dry for whatever they could get out of them and then toss them away.
Man.
So she's got to choose one or the other. Either she was fine with all this stuff when Kumo joined, or the entire thing was a sham.
That's...
There's literally no other option because she was told ahead of time.
Okay. Using someone until they're not useful anymore. This sounds very familiar to a certain man-hater that we know.
Oh. Slight tangent, but yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they should join VT Rainbow next. They seem like a perfect fit.
I think Arya's too straight for that.
You think? Oh, fair enough.
Here, to make sure I don't miss anything, I will just read her full message because she wanted me to mention it.
Okay.
She did try to force the group to get me to change my content. She didn't actually, like, organize the vote out meeting. Kumo had, like, called for it because of all the harassment going to the other people. The week previous, she had cornered another member of the group about their content and threatened their membership if they didn't change the content they were making. The member came to Kumo in tears, and Kumo decided she needed to stick up to Marina because there were no content rules for the group and she needed to stick to that. And she said if anyone was making something against her wishes for the group, it should have been brought up to the group as a whole because she got the feeling that Marina was using other people's names to back up her opinion and try and use as like intimidation.
Oh my god.
I get you, Kumo, that there is a slight chance that she wasn't listening. However, if she wasn't listening, then she's just bad in general. If you're doing an interview with somebody and you tune them out halfway through, you're just a dickhead.
I really don't see how there is any way that this is like, oh, I just was oblivious to this entire thing. Okay.
It's really hard when it's all over Kumo's account. Kumo was very open and public about it. Other people told Marina about it, and it came up in the interview. It's something like, how do you not know at that point?
It goes either two ways, and this does not look good for Marina in any way. Either you knew and you just stay quiet about it until it was good for you to get rid of Kumo, which is a bullshit move, or you didn't know, you were oblivious, and you are the shittiest manager of a group that you have tried to create for you and people around you. Either way, it's still shitty. I don't think you can spin this in a way that doesn't make it sound like you're a shitty human being for that. All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah. The other one I asked was like, can you confirm if you guys got an official contract? Kumo was the second person to tell me that no one had received a contract. So for sure, at least two people that were major parts of the group did not get it. So if somebody else comes up with the contract, at absolute best, they were an exception, not the rule. Or it's made up to make it look like Marina was doing something good.
Maybe.
Also asked, because we'd heard multiple stories about Marina and their partner working together to be very like gaslighty to people and to try and like team up on people to convince them like, well, my partner agrees that you never said that, so clearly you never said that. And like trying to get people to doubt themselves. And they responded, yes, they seem scared to gaslight me though, beyond one time, because I usually caught them doing it to others and would call them out. They seem to act like that towards people who have low confidence or lower numbers. I had to stand up for other members multiple times in group calls one-on-one.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, which I can probably attest to that just from how Marina acts between me and Oka, because Marina will still actively try and gaslight Oka, but she will completely shut me down anytime I say anything and just pretend like I don't exist.
Yeah, in the previous message I read, she's like, please do not talk to Mizu about this, because Mizu is a very bad faith character. And it's just like, I understand that Mizu just wants to win, but like, this is not the way, like telling a co-host about, because like the reason why she messaged me in the first place is I said, hey, we're going to talk about this. I would like your side of the story so that you can also be because I think they're representing both sides. This is back when I wanted to be fair. And I said, I would like to represent you fairly. This is your chance to tell me your experience. Maybe we can work something out. And she's like, nope, don't want to talk about it. Please don't talk about it. And don't have Mizu talk about it. Don't tell Mizu. And it's just like, you realize it's like, listen, that's not gonna happen. All right. This might work on people that haven't been on the internet and haven't seen bullshit. I have seen bullshit. That's not how this works. All right.
I also think it's important to mention that I guess Oka, you skim over this because you're a lot more of a logical person, but I really picked up on this because I've always kind of paid attention to how people try and like emotionally manipulate people. But in the message she sent to Oka about it, there was a lot of, Oka, we're friends. We're good friends. I'm your friend. So you should do this as my friend. And it's something she says to a lot of people, it seems. Like this idea that you're close friends, even if you've never spoken with her.
Alright, chat. Let me tell you the extent of my friendship with Marina. And I want you to tell me if you think that that's what a good friendship is. Alright? We had the podcast. Then I messaged her, and she followed me, I guess after I was fair to her on stream. We talked a few times. We talked about playing Fortnite once. That did not happen, probably because of both of us having scheduling conflicts. But we didn't really talk a whole lot. And that's fine because I have 2 full-time jobs and she has her life, and that's fine. I don't consider somebody a friend just because I have hit the friend option on Discord. A friend to me, like an actual friend, is either somebody I meet in real life or somebody that I can confide personal details that I can trust won't reveal them, like Mizu and Lumi. Marina had not made it to that point. At most, she was just another VTuber that I talked to, that I was friendly to, and I was sympathetic towards because I wanted to learn more about them before making an informed opinion. I made an informed opinion. I don't like how they act. And again, it's either intentional, which is really sucky, or they just don't know what they're doing, and that makes it all the more sad for me because, like, yeah, it makes it all the more sad for me. Either way, it's gaslighting, intentional or unintentional, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kuma would like to clarify that Marina didn't threaten to remove her, but she did try and manipulate and dogpile others into getting her to change.
I think the thing that was sad is, like, even after the stream, I know, like, with how she was acting, it's just like, hang on a moment, why are you acting this specific way towards me? And I realized she was trying to tear me away from Mizu, and I honestly don't know why. I don't know what I have that she wanted, but she was trying to get me to not really trust Mizu. And I'm gonna be honest, for like a few minutes, I was like, maybe Mizu was a little, and Mizu, you could probably remember, me and Lumi a little bit, we're just like, hey,
Yeah.
were we a little hard? And you were like, I don't care. I'm just gonna continue doing this because I don't like them, and if you guys don't like it, that's fine. And I'm like, oh, I mean, I'm not telling you to stop. I just felt like we were a little harsh. So, you know, for a moment, I was like, maybe we were kind of harsh here. I don't know. Was this fair? And I was like, yeah, there's something wrong here. I don't know.
See, I don't like to toot my own horn, but I do like to point out that I do in fact refer to myself as an asshole, and I would say, chat, you can probably trust somebody who openly gets up and says, by the way, I'm kind of a dick, so if you don't like that, you might want to head on down the dusty trail.
I mean, Mizu legitimately said, hey, are you too sure you want to associate with me on this podcast?
Yeah,
Yeah, see, that's the difference between, like, me and some other people. I'll go up to somebody that's like, look, if you associate with me, somebody's gonna yell at you. And I give people that up front so they're not surprised.
Yeah.
But then
Chain
people are like,
gun.
oh, he's lying to you. He's trying to hide his controversies from you. I've told people my controversy. There's a tweet from me out there that says if I ever get canceled, it's because I said a slur when I was like 15.
I have seen a lot of things from Mizu already, and it's just like, I don't think there's much else you can tell me that I don't already know, because Mizu is very willing and open to tell me outright.
It's like me and Mizu
Some
have
of it
been
surprised me.
mutuals for so fucking long. I don't remember how long or how we became mutuals, but the most that I've seen of Mizu before we started this podcast was his ass. But that's about it.
I wasn't gonna say that. Oh my god.
He
Look, I'll be
posted on
open.
Twitter.
I'll be open with people. I'm fine with like sex workers and shit, and I don't mind, like, you know, sharing a little dumpy for the chat.
He's an honest asshole, exactly. What you see, chat, that's kind of what I like about Mizu, is he's an honest asshole, because, like, you know, and it's just a little bit of a tangent, but I like people that are willing to be assholes, and not lie to you about it, you know, because at least you know what you're expecting. With
Yeah.
Marina, I don't know what I'm expecting, because it just feels like gaslighting.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen anything from Marina I've said, yeah, I think this is fair. Because even during our first stream, there was a whole lot of, well, that's not really what I meant. Which is something else I kind of wanted to touch on, because this was confirmed by multiple people, that the idea that she did not believe Tyga was a pedo and that was just something people picked up completely independently. She admitted in private chats with people 100% she thought she was a pedo, and she was intentionally trying to convince people he was, especially in backroom dealings. She also tried to say that she had only ever said that Melia was bad and that she didn't like Melia, and that her only interaction with Melia was after they had already been banned. However, other people have confirmed that she would share Melia's account around and would actively ask people to go report it.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And we have basically everything that she said in the stream that we tried to call her on. I have had people basically confirm to me she lied through her teeth.
Man, so Melly, I'm sorry, but your schizo posting was correct, but please don't go back to schizo posting. You're doing so good so far.
Yeah, I will also say that, like, again, I was very aloof during the first stream because I didn't know. Now that I know, and now that I've talked to people, I do believe basically everything everybody says. I don't believe, like, the crazy shit that I feel like some people make up, but for the most part, like, the thing that, like, blew me away is, like, after our stream, I don't know how many days it was, Marina doubled down on the fucking what's his name, the lolly stuff that you just talked about. I forgot his name. Tyga. Yeah, Tyga. Legitimately, she doubled down and was like, I'm not deleting this. And I'm just sitting here like, I just told you in DMs that this is probably something you should take down. And I thought I try to pride myself as somebody who is very straight and try to use legal sense and saying, listen, legally, you could get in trouble for this. Maybe you shouldn't keep that up. And I'm just telling you, you don't have to follow me, but this is a bad look for somebody that's trying to build an empire. And she doubles down, and it confused me. It blew me away. And I don't understand it.
Especially after she said she was going to remove it.
Exactly.
And then she's like, well, actually, people are trying to say I said something different about him. So now I have to leave it up for posterity. So shut up. No, that's not what's happening.
No, at all. It's not what's happening at all.
It's also been confirmed that Marina basically said the same thing about me that she would say about, like, Melia and Tyga in backdoors, so.
Jeez.
He's looking like they defend the president. Yes. I don't understand it. Again, and I am not a therapist. I will not say I am one, but either she is conniving and rude and doing this on purpose, or she genuinely doesn't know that she is hurting herself and other people. Either way, it really sucks. One is just more sad to me than the other.
It's wild the way she acts with people. Mizu looking like they're defending the president. Thank you.
Would you like to read Lennox's post? And then talk a little bit about...
Or do we have, do we have anything else from Kumo we wanted to hit on real quick?
I don't believe so. Kumo, you got anything else to add before we move on?
Because I thought a lot of Kumo's stuff was kind of wacky, and it was nice to be able to have, like, the extra confirmation. Speaking of, I would like to tell people, people can choose to believe this or not. I have seen proof of basically literally everything we say. A lot of people just don't want it shared, which is, I hate, and I've told those people that if they would allow us to share it, it would both, like, it would bolster the argument a lot more, and people would be a lot more, like, they would believe it a lot more, and they'd be a lot more sympathetic.
It would be a lot less hearsay and more proof.
Yeah, because right now, pretty much, like, you're gonna have to take our word for it, even though I hate saying that. So if you don't want to take our word for it, that's fine. I understand that. But Yeah. We're respecting the wishes of the people that have asked not to have stuff shared.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Kumo said that she has nothing else to share
All right.
or to say.
Because here's the thing, right? We could just be like absolute shit stirrers and just read off everything we've been sent. But first off, that doesn't do very well for us in the future because
No.
then people don't want to like share other stuff with us. It becomes really difficult.
Oh yeah. We're not Keemstar here.
Yeah. And the other thing is like we do care about people, or we wouldn't like really cover it. Like obviously we want it out there and we think it'd be better, but
The tweeters a rabbit. I agree. Has Marina said anything about this?
No, I think she's just been ignoring all of it.
No.
Granted, I haven't watched her most recent stream, so I
Me
might
neither.
skim through that later.
Me neither. People are very scared of Twitter warriors. Yeah, I think I do believe that some people have valid reasons to be afraid of some people. Me personally, I know I'm in a situation where I'm not afraid of stupid people on the internet because I live in an area where I could protect myself. But I do understand that some people can't necessarily do that, and so, you know, I feel for those people, and I just hope that, like, they can have the courage and feel comfortable enough to not feel abuse, you know? Because, like, this sucks, and I don't want anybody else to go through it. So, yeah. Yeah.
Also, Charity, the only thing Marina has said is that we should not talk about it.
Yeah.
Which is a great response, by the way. Just
Yeah.
don't say anything.
Pretty much. The only thing that is what she said to me. I don't... Lumi, has she talked to you about it at all? I know she was talking to you
Definitely
this week.
talk to me.
Well, obviously
Nothing
she's
about
blocked
the
you.
situation.
So you can't say anything. She blocked you.
She hasn't said anything to me about the situation, just asking about how things have been. That's
Right.
about it.
How
Right.
things have been?
Yeah, just life stuff.
Yeah, and again, I am not going to say that, like, she deserved, like, because, like, again, when we were on talking terms, I don't consider myself on talking terms with her now, but when we were talking, I don't need her to message me every day, because I tell people myself, I am too busy to message people every day. But if she wants to even throw in the ballpark, we're friends is more than just, oh, I noticed you're talking about this, or, hey, you're talking about this, don't talk about it. And then ask me tangentially the following day, love your new model, you know, and all that kind of new stuff. So it's just like, she doesn't need to talk to us, but the fact that, like, now she's more involved, just, it feels disingenuous to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So time for Lennox post.
Alright, so I have a couple.
Okay.
So, fun fact, a lot of this actually goes back sort of towards our first stream. So ever since our first stream on Marina after the glitch thing, VT Rainbow has kind of been in like a downward spiral with her.
Yes.
So Lennox's posting about the group goes back to, what is it? Is it the 25th? So it was a couple days after our first stream.
Do you want me to pull up the first screenshot?
Well, here, I'll send it to you so you can pull it up.
Okay.
Pop it in chat.
Here, I'll hide the screen real quick.
That is the first tweet.
Let me pull this up. Okay. Lumi, would you like a turn to read?
Nope.
Yeah.
I killed it.
Made sure to keep my glasses on so I can read.
Here, I'll take mine off
All
just
right.
for you.
This past week has destroyed my mental health. I have left VT Rainbow. I will be the first to be open and say I've had long-term issues and concerns. It was not a healthy environment for me, and I do not wish to talk about it. Please respect this. I am sorry.
All right.
And do you want me to read the reply too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lennox then said, I just want to focus on what I enjoy. It's no news to anyone since 2017 I've kept to myself. I wanted to branch out and and tried to make friends. It hasn't worked out, so I just want to deal with people as individuals and not do more than I am capable of. Thank you for understanding.
Yeah, so this was a couple days after our stream with Marina.
That's
So,
crazy.
yeah, so it's kind of weird, like, how long this has been going on. It's just like just now where it's all kind of blowing up and people are starting to really talk more in depth about what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then here would be, I guess, the next one.
You posting it? Okay, thank you. Alright, perfect.
And this would be kind of starting into this month.
Okay. Lumi, do you want to continue reading it, or do you want someone else to read it?
I can read it.
Okay.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. After I was mistreated, it was radio silence. Harm was done to me with no effort to properly grow and apologize from it. I've been the most open since leaving that group. People would rather stay than take a second to think about the harm done. It's a grift. Been trying to move on from this, but the statement put out was a joke. I tried so many times to set things up. Did most of the work, was shut down whenever I tried to do things for the LGBT because the main interest is cons, sponsors, and public image. I was cast aside. Please be safe.
Okay.
Which is really kind of like everything we've heard, and kind of what I've gotten is Marina's like main goal is like obviously all businesses should try and make money, but she tried to put the group forward as like this activism thing
Mm-hmm.
that was completely non-profit, and then it turned out like the sole goal was to make money.
Right.
Did absolutely nothing else.
I'm not a lawyer. I won't pretend to be. Isn't that illegal?
I don't think so.
Okay. 'Cause again,
I think it's illegal to be an actual non-profit and then just pocket the money.
right.
But they weren't even a real business.
Right. No, yeah. I mean, like, I know nothing about nonprofits. I don't know anybody that has a nonprofit, but like, from what I've understood by studying things, this is just confusing to me. I don't know. So, if somebody else is a lawyer in the chat, you are welcome to educate. But yeah, from what it sounds like, Lennox really tried to help out and make things work, and it sounds like they weren't appreciated too much for it. Where was the money going to? I don't know. That's a good
Probably
question.
traveling expenses.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Probably your pocket. So here's the problem.
That is
kinda comes
speculation,
up.
chat. That's speculation. Do not
Here's the
sue us.
problem that comes up. Speculation has to happen because since they didn't make an official group, there is zero paper trail.
Yes.
Zero paper trail. Nobody knows where any of the money went because they weren't an actual business. So all of it's like in Marina's cute little bank account for herself.
Maybe.
Maybe we'll see.
Don't come after us.
We are not the IRS, but if we were, we would want to know where that money went if you had stated yourself as a 501c3 or a business that was a nonprofit. So we are not lawyers. We are not the IRS. But we're just stating our thoughts. VT Rainbow did make money. Okay, so Kumo is saying it did not make money.
Well, not while she was there. Kumo, when did you leave VT Rainbow exactly? I forget.
Regardless. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Because I'm trying to think, because did you have to pay for booth space for Offkai? Because they did have a booth or a panel or both. I
Right.
forget. Because I know cons aren't free to put your shit on.
No, they are not. I've visited cons and I know that they are very expensive. A couple grand for just a small stand that you may not get approved for.
Yeah, and I know for Artist Alley, artists have to pay a bunch of money to hopefully get, some money made. You left
Here's
in
the
June
thing,
or
right?
July.
Another member had said that VT Rainbow got them a sponsor stream, but they were never actually given a contract like from the sponsor. So that stream would have made money, and there's no like exact, because there was no contract from the sponsor, there's no like 100% on like what money was supposed to be given by the sponsor and what like VT Rainbow's finder's fee was.
Okay, Kumo said that they got a free space due to a deal Marina made.
Okay.
See, that stuff sounds sus. Are you
I'm wondering
sure?
what that deal was.
Are you sure she made a deal?
See, we can't really be sure. That's the thing. It's just like we
'Cause
can.
That's gonna be my question. When you say VT Rainbow didn't make money, is it VT Rainbow didn't make money, or Marina said VT Rainbow didn't make money?
As the
Because if she said it didn't make money, I can already tell you from other people I've seen that's a lie.
Yeah,
So that means she would have just pocketed it.
who knows? Who knows? We can only assume here, and it's not harassment or slander to speculate because we are not throwing actual statements
Allegedly.
out. This is yes, exactly. This is alleged thoughts here. All right.
Kumo said, I left July 31st. I've seen a lot of claims that we all left the same day, but there are many weeks between all members leaving.
I will say I don't think any of us have made the claim everybody left.
No.
No.
Aren't there a few
I
members
didn't
still
I
in
know
the
we
group?
said there was like an exodus like very quickly,
We did.
but
Yeah.
everybody, almost the whole group leaving over 2 or 3 months is very quickly.
Kumo said we had
Yeah.
nothing to sell and no ads to make money off of. Can only assume, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, it's not like we really need to know that information because again, we're not anybody that is required to, but it's just kind of like a little thing, I guess, out there.
Did I
Yeah,
end
we
up
could
posting
speculate till the
fourth
cows
one?
come home, but, whatever.
Yeah.
Here, is this the fourth one I had, or did I accidentally lose it? Yeah, that was my fourth one.
Your fourth what?
Fourth tweet.
Okay. You want me to pull it up or?
Yeah, we had another one.
Oh, do you want? Okay, I'll pull up the third and then the fourth. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty. I can go ahead and read this if you want.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's just this tweet and then the reply?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like how Kyo replied to this.
Who's Q again?
Kyo has also been in. So when Marina first made her giant call-out thread after the glitch thing, for some reason, if you scrolled to the very bottom, the only person she called out by name was Kyo.
Oh, okay.
And she claimed in our stream that that was just because Kyo was the straw that broke the camel's back, even though Kyo was literally the most gentle and friendly to her.
I see.
And that they were actually still friends. Although, based on what Kyo is saying here, they were not friends. I don't think Kyo was ever friends with them. I think she was just pulling her general thing.
Right. Okay. Starting from the top, I really hope that my constant fight against ableism in the group, the hurt that was caused, is a mark that is actually left and learned from. All the work I did, I hope the group actually starts impacting LGBTQ folks, because I got tired of trying and being pushed back. Frowny face. I refuse to quote retweet because I am sick, mentally and physically. LOL. I know people will be mad to that I say in the future, take time to listen to the very people to claim to stand by, do better, improve, learn, adapt. Oh, and don't mistreat people. That shit is traumatizing. There you go. So. And, okay. One more thing. Don't claim to have learned a single thing from me or to have unlearned any ableism when your statement doesn't even have hecking alt text. I don't know what that means. Didn't listen to anything I said. It really
I can
shows.
clarify that real quick.
Okay.
When you make a tweet and you put a picture, you have an option to include something on the picture called alt text.
Okay.
And while at first this might not seem that useful, if you are using Twitter in a mode that is made for like blind people, when it comes across a picture, it will read the alt text.
Okay.
Like out loud, so the person can understand what they're supposed to be saying.
I see.
It's actually a really big accessibility thing for like blind people.
I see. So it's
I need
for
to
disabled
start
people.
doing that for like announcements and stuff.
I see. I see. Interesting.
I don't do it because I'm lazy, but I also don't like profess my space to be like a accessibility
I
free
had no
space.
idea that existed, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. Unless a lot of people tell me to use it or ask for it, I'm probably going to forget about it again because it's a feature that I had no idea existed. I'm sorry.
I've wanted to be more active on those kind of features, but I'm just
Same.
lazy.
Right. Okay. VT Rainbow did nothing for me. My achievements are 110% my own. Well, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, it's sad that you had to say that, but it's something that people sometimes have to say because they'll be like, "You were just piggybacking off Marina's success,"
Right.
which I don't think, given how I've seen how Marina's viewers act, I don't think she'd ever be able to send her viewers anywhere that wasn't just harassing them.
You don't think so?
No.
No, again, I don't know very much. I've not really watched much for streams. I kind of rewatched the one where we had our podcast, but that's about it. But like, her viewers kind of scary looking because they only just all, and this isn't really a dig or anything, but they all just really copy paste the same stuff. It feels like, at least
Yeah.
from what I've seen. That was one stream, so I could be wrong, but you know, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Melly, I think more members might speak up about it after things cool down, to be honest.
It's possible. I'm not necessarily holding out hope.
Yeah, I'm not betting on it, but it would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you guys like to talk about the Sylvie Spark thing that is
We-
related to this?
We can, yes.
Let's finish Lennox's stuff, and then we'll do Sylvie Spark.
Now, did we have something else?
We didn't read the screenshots
Yeah.
that were sent that you sent for me to pull up. So we can read
Were
those.
those to be pulled up? Before we do, clarify, Lumi, were those to be pulled up?
Yeah, Lennox sent them to me saying that I can share them. I'll
Okay, just clarifying before we
they
did.
said that they said I can at least share at least proof of my trying in good faith to be heard in the group. Since it's just me talking, that's all I feel safe to show right now.
Okay. Well, if we have confirmation, I'll go ahead and pull it up. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Mizu, would you like to read that?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Hi, Marina. Just wanted to reach out and apologize for any possible misunderstanding or miscommunication between us. My heart is in it in regards to VT Rainbow, and I want nothing more but the best. I get very invested and try my best to help out as much as possible, which can lead to me also having strong emotions. However, it's also paramount that I express my needs as not only someone with disabilities, but as a person. I apologize for added stress on your part. I feel my past attempts at trying to communicate mine and others' needs, alongside important questions, suggestions, and messages, has struggled to reach you, and so I hope in the future we could have a heartfelt discussion about things to clear stuff up and work towards a better future for the group. I care for you a lot. You've done a great with Offkai. Thank you so much. And I hope we will all be able to help you better in the near future so that you can have less on your shoulders. I will try my best at this panel, but I'm quite apprehensive about it for reasons past discussed. I struggle a lot as an autistic person with lack of direction and clear instructions alongside unknown circumstances. It's never my intent to disrupt or cause added stress when I communicate this, but to allow others to help. Usually I just need reassurance or a quick 5-minute chat. Good luck with your panel, stay safe, and hope to chat soon.
Okay.
For those who are unaware, Offkai was an event that VT Rainbow did with multiple of their talent. The problem is they didn't really tell their talent anything until it was very close to the time of the event, and they literally didn't provide the talent anything, like notes on what VT Rainbow was up to, notes on future plans, like a kind of not like a script, but some bullet points of important stuff they might want to talk about or stuff they might be asked about, which is typically very common. It's not to say that she was malicious in doing that, just that it's another example of the group just being very unprofessional and expecting the members to kind of pick up the slack.
Right. It's one of those things where you're... Also, Lumi, I noticed you fell asleep there.
No,
you all right?
my iPhone died.
I figured. it's one of those things where, you know, in my group right now, our manager has given us basically direction, and I kind of like take that myself as an experienced person and do for myself and help Lumi, so that we both can flourish. It's really when you want to go to a convention, like, I don't know how big Offkai is. I'm going to assume it's a decently sized convention. But when you're going to a convention, period, your goal is to impress people. To like, why should I give a shit about VT Rainbow? You know what I mean? So the fact that there was nothing prepared shows a huge lack of planning. And that's kind of sad, because again, if you really want people to care about you, you should at least do something. I don't know. I don't know.
Alright, and then I guess we have the next one.
Yeah.
Hi Marina, don't want to add any extra stress, but I would be very keen to discuss with you briefly at some point about my thoughts in regard to your post. I've been very active, hardworking, and witnessed a lot. I feel I could have a lot to offer in terms of not just organization and communication, but in bringing the more quiet members together, finding ways to include them, and allowing them to contribute in their own ways. Let me know your thoughts when you get time. Thanks again for all your hard work. I hope you rest well from Offkai.
Awesome. And Kumo does also bring up a good point. It's unprofessional, also not very helpful to those that have disabilities or anxiety. Yeah, I from personal experience can tell you that there is a lot of social anxiety that comes from speaking. I have a lot of experience with that, but it's not a skill that you can just pick up. And I have absolutely no idea how it would have worked. I assume that most people would be behind screens talking to people, but regardless, it's...
But you're still being, like, asked questions you have no way of answering.
Yeah, it's...
Like, so what's VT Rainbow's plans for the future? I don't know. She didn't tell me.
I don't know.
We haven't talked about it. Well, do you have any new members coming? I don't know. We haven't talked about it.
I don't know. Do you have anything? I don't know.
If you're showing up to a panel as representatives for a group, and the group has not given you any sort of bullet points, you literally can't answer any questions about the group because you don't have any of the answers. Anything you say is going to be wrong or a shot in the dark.
Yeah, and I want to clarify, I'm laughing because the craziness of the fact that there was no preparation like that is just baffling to me. It's just crazy.
You good, Lumi? Are you actually tired?
No. I'm just my phone died.
That's
it was
okay.
Plugged in, but I got my PNG on my side at least.
Oh, that's good.
It's cute.
Well, we'll stick with what we got.
We got you sleeping. It's okay.
Yeah.
People like
At least
watching the
I was
titties bounce.
That was good enough.
That was for a panel. We were told we're all streamers and more than capable for the panel. The panel we had no information on, the Q&A or info we were expected to share.
Wait,
Exactly, like...
Oh!
Just because it's a panel and just because you're streamers doesn't mean you're prepared, because you're not showing up to the panel to entertain the crowd. You're showing up to the panel to answer questions about VT Rainbow.
That makes it even... Okay. I'm assuming you guys have been to conventions, right?
No.
Yeah.
No? Okay. Well,
I go to Anime Expo most years.
Alright, I will just bring up an example from Comic-Con. I've been to Comic-Con for many years. Hall H is one of the things where everybody that has a stupidly amazing movie that's going to come out, you know, back when the Marvel movies were actually good, you know, people would get up on stage and talk about it, show trailers and all that kind of shit, and then have a Q&A. If Robert Downey Jr. got up on the stage, made a joke about something that he saw, and then didn't know what to say, it doesn't matter that he's Robert Downey Jr. People are going to be pissed off that they waited in line and didn't get content. It's just like, how can you not prepare people's like, hey, maybe talk about the group, maybe talk about the strides and the things we'd like to accomplish, because we're here to advocate for a select group of people. Why don't you guys, you know, I understand that there are capable streamers here, all right? All of us know how to put on streams.
Yeah.
This is not a
Assume, but
stream.
Okay.
This is not a stream. This is an event that requires multiple weeks of preparation. And if this is all true, that there was no prep, no bullet points, no nothing, no consideration for the people that may have trouble getting to it or working through it. I'm very baffled right now. You know, I mean, like, you can go through a meet and greet for the most part. You can be friendly and chill with people. But an entire panel where you have to talk about your group? Yeah, that's, you can't just wing it. Trust me, I've tried to wing a lot of things, a lot of speaking things, and that seems like one of those things you can't wing.
Here, I've been shared this, and I can read this out.
Okay, hold on.
So this was, one person's side when the panel was happening, and what they said about it.
Okay.
A little earlier, Def would have been better. At this rate, I don't feel comfortable doing the panel, do the audio thing, alongside just being very unsure of what to expect. I may speak somewhat eloquently, and I'm good at asserting my boundaries and needs, but there are still boundaries and needs, even if I can communicate well, and I can't ignore them, and cause myself this much discomfort and stress. I have been consistently expressing my concerns, anxieties, and asking questions that have been missed. Sadly, I do understand you have a lot to do. I have also been mostly on my own micromanaging, trying to get people up to speed with things and making sure things are done, which is hard as my pings don't seem to be respected as much as others are. 15 people on one panel is a lot. And when asking for some sort of game plan or laid out structure, we have not been given anything, which on top of the sound balancing concerns has left me even struggling to sleep as I fear letting people down and having a multitude of issues last minute during the panel. It's not a case of not wanting to, it's a case of things not being as streamlined as they could have been, along with maybe not enough understanding of the needs for those that would need or want more than a let's wing it. I also don't recall a ping relating to our panel in terms of suggestions. Maybe that's on me. I would have pushed more input from everyone if I had seen that update. I do see that now. I think for people like myself at least, that's a really vague question, but we are a collective and more input should be encouraged. I'm not sure how we fell so short there. Some of us have never done a panel and this is new to us. We didn't even know what our panel was about until the public announcement had already been made, along with many a meeting not going in depth on the panel itself. It's obviously too late now, but for the sake of wanting things to be better for us, I feel it's important to share my thoughts. I will need to see how I feel and more importantly what I am capable of. I'm disabled. I hope we make progress on this kind of thing in the future. I'd also like to add this isn't a direct critique of any person, but as a group, I hope things can be done better as a group more in the future. So this was kind of largely the issue, was like people were not talking and kind of just winging it. But the thing is, it's kind of one thing if one or two streamers were like winging it, but the literal owner of the group was winging the group's management, which means literally everyone else has to wing it then. Yeah. Nobody has a choice.
Kumo brings up the point. The issue may be being unorganized a bit. The thing I think is important to discuss is Marina was getting mad at those with anxiety and special accessibility needs for just asking for Q&Q question. Yeah, I again need to ask, does she even know what group she's at, Marina? Know what group she's a part of?
Yeah. Maybe
I need to bring up this anecdote now, but when you make a group focused around a specific type of people that sometimes may have more complex issues that come around them, and when you're bringing in those people, if you're not being considerate towards those people, it's gonna fall apart. If I had seen this from a mile away, I'd be like, yeah, this is a shit show, and I'm leaving while I still can. It's I don't get it. I am baffled, and I do not get it, man.
Yeah, it's wild. But, I mean, that's, at the moment, kind of all we can share from the main members about Marina. There's a lot of stuff in the back room. There's a lot of stuff we've been told and a lot of stuff we've discussed with multiple members.
Yeah.
But right now, everybody's like a little too afraid to say anything, which is not a condemnation on them.
No.
I do wish some of them would kind of just come forward with it. for a couple people we've talked to, I wish they would make a just like whole document, not even give their personal opinion, just put everything they have in a document and dump it on like Mega or Google Drive or something, and be like, here it is, this is what VTR actually is behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Have a field day, and let people just read through it themselves.
Yeah.
I think that'd be great.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Lumi.
No, I'm just a heckin' sighing because like this whole situation fucking sucks.
It really does. It really does. I think to again just round out my thoughts. This entire thing is really depressing because, like, you know, we've covered a couple of groups that have mismanaged their stuff. This is honestly not much different from the other group mismanagements we've seen. I feel like the big difference is just like you're trying to get a group of people together that all share similar traits that are part of a certain group. And I feel like that's fine. You know, I feel like people can band together, you know, whether it's religion as your ideology or if it's your characteristics as your ideology, it doesn't matter. People can band together. However, the thing that I've seen that is the biggest problem is there is no vetting of the actual people that is being invited. Meaning, Marina didn't actually say, will this work with my group? Am I just picking somebody from the crowd of people that I want? Because I'll be honest with you, that's more insulting to just say, I only want you because you have a letter as part of your identity. Not in addition to that, you also have a personality that will fit. All right, it's more insulting to say, oh, I just picked the most random people from the LGBTQ I could find and pulled them into a group. That doesn't work because everybody has many diverse backgrounds. Some people like lolly, some people don't like lolly, and that's something that's going to conflict. And if you're not willing to be friends about it, there's going to be issues. And I don't really know why there is this big disconnect here. I don't get it. I really don't.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, we can try to bring this to as many people's attention as we can, but unfortunately, we are a small podcast. Unless somebody else, you know, kind of picks up where we left off, and nothing is going to happen. I don't know if Courier-NG is going to pick up on this. I'm sure, I'm 110% sure that fucking Kyo isn't going to pick this up. Taldeo ain't going to pick this up. Ball sure as shit ain't going to pick this up. No one else is going to. But it's like, we can do the best that we can. And we just gotta support the VT Rainbow members as best as we can. Even if it's just a little bit.
And again, it's just depressing.
So, somebody in the chat asked who got harassed, and I think it's time we move on to part 2 of this, which is something I have held in my back pocket for months now, but I did not feel I had like enough confidence in my own belief in it to actually say anything about it.
Oh boy.
So here, I will share the first part in the chat, because this is small, but it's important to know that this is not unrelated, right?
Oh god. That is small. Alright, let me...
Small, but this is a, grabbing the wrong thing. Oop.
I pulled it up.
Yep. This is a Discord message from a fella named Sylvie Spark, who is a VTuber around like 12k on Twitter.
Wow.
It's really small because it was taken on Discord PC, but he is actually one of the mods for VT Rainbow's Discord. And this was him putting a message in the VT Rainbow Discord about them locking down the Discord due to quote-unquote harassment. So this solely exists to show that yes, he is a mod in the VT Rainbow Discord, and yes, he is somewhat important to our conversation.
I almost forgot about this.
The second thing I'll give you, because it's honestly just probably easier this way than dumping a bunch of messages, is the Twitter thread I had made earlier today on it. So I had put this Twitter out the other day, And I had had this belief for a while, but I didn't feel comfortable in saying it until I got confirmation from somebody in VT Rainbow that I was most likely correct. But Sylvie Spark isn't just Sylvie Spark. He has an alternate account called the Fat Slovenian, which he has been using basically to harass people against Marina, sort of in the back scenes. The account also tends to harass anybody that is against Silvervale, which, if you know Marina and you know why Silvervale is controversial, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But those are the only two people he will defend. They will defend Silvervale, and they will fervently defend Marina.
Man, he
which
edits for a lot of people that I know of.
Yeah, so this guy is an editor for tons of people. It's not listed on the list, but it's likely he's probably done some work for Marina in the past. But he does edit for Marina's bestie, Johnny something. Can't remember his name. It's in his little bio list there. TFM Johnny. That one.
Johnny.
Who also fervently defends everything Marina does, no matter what it is. So, at the rip, this doesn't look like too much for this situation. But if we scroll down to the first one, Sylvie's been DMing. Sylvie, I can confirm today, has been DMing Lennox and people Lennox knows to tell Lennox not to come on our stream tonight. And he is one of the people that has been spearheading the harassment our guest was facing tonight. And as you can see, Fat Slovenian is also harassing Lennox tonight, and Sylvie has been going through and liking all of his tweets. This is something that he did when Fat Slovenian was attacking me as well, and he came to fight with me in DMs while liking all of Fat Slovenian's tweets. And I know some people probably look at this and you can see that they're just mindlessly attacking Lennox with the dumbest stuff in the world.
NPC behavior there.
Yeah. So if we go down to next, some people might not think it's much that he's liking all of these tweets, but I think this is a very important tweet that has since been deleted, I think, because I specifically called Sylvie Spark out in DMs when I accused him of being Fat Slovenian, of this being suspicious. Because he likes all of Fat Slovenian's tweets, but Fat Slovenian has done a fake dox on him and called him a pedo. And I don't know about you guys, but if I had some random no-name account fake doxing me, I probably would never associate with that person.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably have them blocked.
Probably.
So it's very odd that this account that really hates him, quote-unquote really hates him, and fake doxed him, hangs around him, and he likes all of his tweets. It's really strange. This is also the first or second post this alt account had ever made directed at Sylvie Spark, who is, even though his Twitter is kind of sizable, if you actually look at his following, it's almost non-existent. He's an editor. He's not really as much of a content creator as other people. So it was really bizarre that this alt account that simps for Silvervale just really hated him and had his docs laying around for no reason. His fake docs, I should clarify. I'm pretty sure this isn't even a real location.
Yeah, YouTube, this is not real information. This is fake. Used
I think
to
it was
scare
just
somebody.
made to look just close enough to real information to make people sympathize with him.
Yeah, I think in the edit of this, we might need to censor that. But yeah, that's fake.
Possibly.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a fake location. I think I've looked in it before, and I can't really find an actual place associated with that. But it is very close to an address over in that location.
Man.
And I kind of mentioned at the end, the problem with this is Sylvie himself, his main account, attacks people through DMs. And a lot of those people don't really want to share those DMs. I know Sylvie's done this to me before. He will guilt trip you if you release DMs. Because I have in the past released DMs where over DMs he tried to call me a pedophile.
What the fuck?
And I had released those DMs from him with his name redacted and tried to just kind of make fun of it a little bit and poke fun at how dumb it was and how overly mean it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I genuinely let this man gaslight me over the course of like 30 minutes into deleting them and feeling bad for him. I don't know why I did.
fuck?
I genuinely don't know why I felt bad for him.
Tell me you still have these DMs.
I wish I will when if I get my Twitter back.
If you get your fucking main Twitter back, you need to fucking archive all the fucking
Yeah.
bad DMs
Tell-
that people have sent you.
Tell Elon Musk. I can't say that. Tell Elon Musk that you love some country. I don't know. Tell him how much you love Tesla. Show him a photoshopped picture of a Tesla. Say that is your Tesla, and that you will buy 10 more Teslas if he unsuspends you. Okay.
But he basically had convinced me of that, and I deleted it. So I know he does this to people in DMs. I can 100% vouch for that, and I can tell you I've had people tell me today that he does that. So I'm not the only one he's done it to.
What a piece of shit.
He is kind of relevant to our discussion today, not only because he's a part of Marina's group and because he attacks people that Marina wants attacked, but he started attacking Lennox. When was this? October 9th, before this drama really even kicked off, under the Fat Slovenian account.
Wow.
And I will link it into the chat so we can show it. But this is like the thing with him and this Fat Slovenian account is he uses it to go after people preemptively that just so happen to be like Marina enemies. So it's really weird that this guy simps for Marina so hard, even though he's not an account they follow.
Oh, there's a whole thread here.
This alt account only follows 4 people, one of which being IGN for some reason. One of which being Silvervale, and the other 2 I believe are also like major corpo VTubers. Yet the only people he like defends is Marina.
Tell Elon he has a
Somebody who
son.
doesn't even follow.
Sorry.
I am 100% confident, chat, in saying that this is Sylvie Spark's alternate account. And that he runs it based on what Marina would like to happen. I will die on that hill.
You'll die on that hill.
I will die on that hill.
I'm sure if we sat and compared how this dude fucking types, it probably would be a very easy guess.
Probably.
Because-
It's very close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It reads a lot like how he talks to people in DMs, except in DMs he's just like nicer, and he tries to play up the I'm so like dumb and autistic, I don't know what I'm saying.
Does he really say that?
Yeah, so this is something else I think we should bring up in chat, because apparently Marina does this too, even though I haven't seen it personally. I've had people testify to it. A lot of people in her circle try and use I'm not good in social situations, I'm a little bit on the spectrum. That's why I sometimes say stuff that comes off as repugnant
What
and
the
evil.
fuck?
And you
Okay.
shouldn't be on the internet, fucktard.
It's a shield that like a lot of them seem to use. This whole like, well, I'm neurodivergent, so it's okay that I said that to you.
Okay. I'm gonna go off. I don't care. As somebody who has fucking spent over a decade, as soon as they were told that they like actually diagnosed with Asperger's autism spectrum disorder, I don't care where you fit it. All right. I spent over a decade fighting to be a model citizen that can live on their own, have their own money, and not like have to use that excuse every single day. And guess what? I wear that with a fucking badge of honor. And if you can't interact with people online, if you have to tell them, oh, I don't know what I'm saying, so you can't get mad at me, you get the fuck off the internet, because you don't deserve to use the internet. Get out of here.
It is something he's been doing a lot.
Yeah, he needs to get out of here, because if he doesn't know how to use the internet, he shouldn't be on it.
Yep.
Sit with all
I
of the
think he
other
was-
old people.
He was important to bring up because he was not the only person harassing our guest tonight, but he was one of the people. Which it's possible that he assisted in creating a cascade that caused other people to start doing it. Because he was, as far as I can tell, one of the first to start up on it. Granted, if we include his alt account, he's been doing this for months. Which is, that's just wild to me that this guy is this way.
It's very wild, yeah.
And
Sorry.
like I said, chat, I didn't want to say that this was his alt account until today, where I had other people come up to me and have the same concerns, even though I had never voiced these concerns publicly, which made me a lot more confident in this, that I'm not the only one who sees this.
You probably wouldn't have brought it up unless Lennox was harassed out of this, because like we wouldn't have
Should we
known.
judge people who hire Sylvie Spark for edits?
No.
I don't judge anybody for any artist they hire. If somebody came to me and they told me they had an original Shadman piece, I wouldn't hold that against them.
It depends. Depends on the art, in my opinion.
Well, that means like that's art they requested though.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's
yeah.
not like them who they hired. That's then what they asked for.
Yeah. Depends on when it was done.
For a lot of people, especially when it comes to like commissioning people, I tend to take the route of they paid them for a service, they got the service.
Okay. They may not, like, I saw some creators on there that I don't think are bad people. Hold on a moment. Let me double check I want to double check. Really.
He edits for my
Does he edit?
my arch nemesis Samurai.
Does he edit for Proton John's wife?
I don't know.
Fuck, what's her name?
I don't know who that is, honestly.
Hold on. You keep talking. I'm gonna talk. There we go.
All I know is he edits for my arch nemesis Samurai.
Yeah, he edits for Lucagen. He edits for Lucagen, so he edits for Proton John's wife. And I don't think she's a bad person. I don't think Vex is a bad person, at least as far as I've seen. So they probably don't even know that he is like this. But like this, I wouldn't blame them. They are not bad people. I mean, if they are, they're doing a pretty good job at not being shitty people. So, you know.
That is wild. So I went to his card to see if he had like a list of clients, and he does have a client list on his card. The problem is if you go to his card, everything related to his art shows up with a broken link.
Really?
Character refs and examples, broken link. Clients, broken link. Rates is a broken link. The only things that still work are Twitch, Discord, Twitter, and Throne.
That's interesting. I would also like to say right now, chat, I want to make this very clear, because some people are probably going to say that we showed people that if people go and harass these people, we do not condone that. All right? Do not harass anybody here. All right?
On their level.
All right? Do not, yeah, exactly. Do not be on their, oh, Lumi woke up. Do not be on their level. All right? Be above them. And the way to be above them is not to harass them. If they commit crimes, I would leave that to the authorities to figure out, all right? If you are worried about that, call the authorities. But don't do anything else, because...
This chat says don't pull a Marina.
Yeah, exactly. Don't pull a Marina. Exactly. Yeah, Malia, do not message any of these people, all right? None of these people deserve this, especially Luca. She's like sick right now, I'm pretty sure, and her husband just had like a birthday. So like, don't bother these people, all right?
Yeah, don't bother anyone.
Do not engage in life urination, all right? That is wrong. That is absolutely wrong, and you will be banned from like legit. I will ban you from my chat, and I will ban you from like having conversations with me if I figure out that you have engaged in life urination, because that is not cool, all right? So don't do that. Let them ruin themselves, basically.
Yeah.
Let them set themselves on fire, I guess.
But did you two have anything else you wanted to bring up? I thought that section on him needed to be said, especially because he's probably one of the people that are the reason we don't have a guest tonight.
Yeah, probably. The stream would have
I
been
have
longer.
nothing on topic to bring up. I had one mini side tangent, but that's about it.
Oh, what was your side tangent?
I actually made a tweet about this earlier, where people that there are some streamers that I have noticed that actively promote parasocial behaviors until it's inconvenient for them, or someone that they don't like, or someone who's like Ew. I don't want you by me.
Uh-huh.
Hey, this person's parasocial. They're creepy. Destroy their lives.
Yeah.
Definitely
Are we
not
talking about your arch nemesis?
my arch nemesis? Yes. Dude, she's not good enough to be my arch nemesis. She's just a pain.
Oh.
See, if we were to like define our group dynamic, Oka is like just a regular person who puts up with our crap. Rumi,
No, you gotta say I'm the person with autism, okay? That fits.
Rumi is like a B-list superhero who has like one specific villain they fight every single week.
Every week there's a new
same
episode.
villain. For me, I'm like Batman who hasn't found my Joker yet. I have like an entire roster of people. I'm like, yeah, that's my nemesis.
Dude, like,
So I'm
okay.
married to Batman then. Oh
Dude, and
yeah.
also, okay, speaking of fucking Sylvie Spark, fucking Arya is trying to put her claws into him too, I guess.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that he's trying to get with
Yeah.
her. Oh my gosh.
I guess.
Oh.
Oh yeah, if you guys need like a good parasocial relationship, Arya Siren is looking for a new e-boyfriend who will pay for her another $6,000 vacation just to dump them in Japan.
Dude,
Yeah.
like, okay, she made like maybe 2 posts saying, oh my god, my VTuber's single, and then trying to say, hey, yeah, I don't like guys that are younger than me, I like older guys, so, and then
She wants a
post-
sugar daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
she's not that on the nose on it, is she?
Yeah, and then post pictures of herself, and then it's like waiting for my crush to message me. I'm such a good girl. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Shut the fuck up.
Who's Arya? She's Lumi's villain. She's Lumi's arch nemesis. The
Okay.
red-headed arch nemesis.
If any of you guys watch Hero Hey, he made a video about her. She's the one who harassed a dude about tomato sauce on pizza.
Oh goodness. No, but
Fucking.
she's like not related to Marina basically in any
No,
way.
but I did a whole.
I wouldn't be surprised if that changed though.
I did a whole ass video on her when Akko was on vacation because she threw her e-boyfriend under the bus after he spent $6,000 to bring her and her sister to Japan.
Yeah. Is it an anti-lolicon? Yeah, I believe that Arya does not like lolly.
Yeah, she is an anti-lolicon and tried to spread shit about Mizu. Melia, I'll give you her link so you can block.
A lot, I noticed. I mean, I don't like lolicon, but I noticed that all of these people we talk about seem to be very, very, very openly lolicon, very willing to call people that aren't like child
antis.
groomers. Yeah,
They're very antis. Yeah, they're
accu-
raging antis.
they're accusing you of things that aren't even true, and it's just like, what skeletons are in your closet? Can we open them
Yeah.
up and look? We'll leave you alone if we can see what's in your closet,
Ace, if you join the
Join the Discord.
if you join the Discord, just at me and I can give you her link.
No, Arya is like, in my opinion, Arya is just a clout chaser. Arya is just a clout chaser that wants attention, and it feels like people are catching on to her because she's getting more desperate. Like, in my personal opinion, and this isn't necessarily against anyone in particular, but if I see a woman start sharing nudes of herself in public like that, in the way that she's done it, she is very starved for attention. Very, very, very starved for attention.
Well, it's like she's trying to find someone to stream with her every single time she wants to stream because she's boring as shit by herself.
You should apply. Just say, hey, I'll stream with you, and then wait for her to discover you.
She has me blocked already.
Oh, never
Because-
mind.
It's because I'm the one that added Hero Hey when she was attacking that dude about tomato sauce on her
Oh, that's right. You were the
Yeah,
one.
I
Oh
was
my
the one.
gosh, that's right. Oh, okay. So you're the reason why the video was made. See, this is how famous Lumi
No,
is.
I was one of the reasons why the video was made. It was more
Fair.
than just me that added hero, hey? I was just
Fair.
first.
Fair. But no, she's not really related to Marina, but she's her own little, like, again, she's Lumi's villain.
Lumi would have freaked out if we went a week without talking about her nemesis.
Dude, she has been posting like every 2 hours for the past 3 days, begging for attention as she loses more followers. It's fucking hilarious.
No, I mean, she does kind of tangentially apply because of that Sylvie guy. That Sylvie guy is, like, weird. Holy
100%.
cow. Oh,
Also, I
man.
thought he was gay, or am I just stupid?
If he is,
You're
we don't
stupid.
care. If he is, we don't
just-
care.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be
All he does
completely
is
honest.
simp for women.
Well, I've never heard of him before this, so
Yeah, I
To be
haven't
fair,
either.
it's pretty gay to simp for a woman.
imagine simping for women couldn't be me.
All right.
The only woman I simp for is Akko. The link to the Discord is in the description of the live stream.
Oh,
But yeah, I think we got a good coverage.
mhm.
Like I kind of said earlier, we wish we had more like hard evidence to show. People can
almost
believe us or
did.
not. I can say I've seen it. The problem is a lot of people don't want it shared. Some people are afraid there could be legal consequences to share it.
I
Legal
actually don't think there's any legal consequences because it's
Like-
speaking about your own experience. It's not,
Eh,
you
eh,
know.
Well, sharing like what they've screenshotted.
Oh,
I personally don't think there would be any legal consequences. However, if people are actually afraid of that, that's fine. I'm
Yes.
not going to sit here and be like, you're an idiot for being afraid of that.
Yeah.
No, people will sue for anything. I will completely just give you credit.
I
on that one.
I agree. People will pretty much sue for anything. Yeah, but I will say, slander are things that are not true that will ruin your reputation. If you actually are a scumbag and you have a history, and even if you have some sort of record of it and someone shares it and then your business fails, you cannot sue them because it is true and people just came to learn about it. That is not against the law. That is not yeah. So people coming out with their experiences, as long as they are true, is not against the law. So
and I will add that just in case if anyone who has experienced stuff in VT Rainbow is seeing this and you want to speak anonymously, you can message me, Akko, or Mizu on Twitter or Discord to share your experience. If it's like, even if you don't want us to cover it on a live stream, just so you can have your word out there to someone who will listen, you are free to do that.
Yeah, we can keep stuff anonymous. We can redact anything you feel like needs redacting. We can completely anonymously dump everything if you'd like us to.
yeah.
Look, because one thing I heard today is like some people were concerned for us that we would get attacked. I can tell you for me specifically, and I'm fairly certain for my two co-hosts, we don't care.
No.
No.
As I told Akko earlier, I will actively give people ammo against me just because I enjoy watching them miss.
Yeah.
And it's what I've noticed is that the more that people attack someone, the more true it is.
So honestly, if somebody wants to just come down and try to attack us, good luck, because I am an autistic person that lives in a southern state. I don't care. All right? Please do not be stupid. Because don't be stupid, please.
And I'm a person that actively keeps a list of everyone who hates me just so I can make fun of them every once in a while.
We will laugh at you. We will show it on camera. Do not share things with us that you don't expect will not be shared. Unless you're a friend. If you're a friend of the show and you have our respect, we can respect you. But if you're trying to just be stupid and harass us, which I don't condone people sending me messages as harassment, but if you are like that, I will share it. I will show you how funny you are, And yeah, be smart. Be smart,
Mm.
you know.
Yeah, some people definitely probably didn't notice what the show was about, including Marina. This is a drama show. We talk about drama. We're gonna talk about drama.
Yeah.
And if people get mad at us, well, that's just more drama to talk about on the next show.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It's all business. It all works.
I'm getting my revenue.
I'm not even doing. Listen, I'm not even doing this for the money. I'm doing this because it's funny. All right.
Well,
do
yeah,
it
it's
for
funny,
entertainment.
but like the 3 cents I get from Twitch every 6 months is.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if this does eventually get ad revenue from it, that's cool. But I like this podcast just because it's funny. All right. This is my
I have
passion.
fun with you guys.
This is my passion. I have fun with you too, and this is my passion here. All right. All right. So, good luck. I will say I had the thought to give a closing message for Marina. Just personally, if you guys want to give one or not, that's up to you. Marina, I think what you did sucks. If you were intentionally doing all this, you are a scumbag, and I don't want to talk to you ever again. If you are 100% can prove that you didn't know any of this would hurt you or anybody else, please leave the internet and do not come back, because you should not be here and you need to get help. Please. I am saying that as somebody that cares. It makes me feel sad if that is true. All right? So pick one of those two options. I don't care which. I don't want to talk to you anymore. All right? Please. Unfriend me, block me, do whatever. Say weird shit behind my back. I don't care, but I don't like you.
Marina, I am the opposite. You are free to DM me anytime because it would be a welcome change from you talking behind my back constantly to have you actually say something to my face.
There you go.
I will say, I will leave my DMs open and stuff just to be that, one connection to the podcast. If you do want to say anything in the future, it's it's your choice to block me, soft block me, do whatever you want to do.
I don't care at this point.
But it's I know that she might change her mind by next week and be like, oh shit, I should probably say something.
Yeah, if she
because
does.
This is looking pretty darn bad.
You know what?
I will keep my shit open for just in case.
I will, yeah, and I'm not gonna. I don't actively unfriend people, unless they are somebody that truly annoys me. So I will not actively do that for Marina. If she decides that she wants to, start over, I'm willing. I would like to see some improvement, but sure, So, but I, at this moment, am not sure. So. I'm not gonna block or anything. So, ball's in your court, ma'am.
Yep. All right. I believe that's it.
I don't have anything else. I don't have anything else to say.
My commands are broken.
Oh no.
I had a command for you guys' channels and stuff, and I don't. Where are my commands?
Your commands are broken and bullshit.
Yeah, no, it should be working. What?
Well, it's posting our channels.
Did it?
Yeah.
Did it just take a hot minute?
It's posted it twice now.
Okay, yeah, it just didn't do it for me.
Let's see. Does that show my YouTube channel?
Fine, whatever.
It does not show my YouTube channel. That's interesting. I can help you out with that afterwards if you want. Because
I see
YouTube
the
links.
problem with it.
YouTube links are very weird.
No, it added extra stuff to it for some reason.
Fair enough. Alright. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got.
There we go, that should fix Olga's.
That's all I got.
There it goes.
I would like to ask my chat, since we have a good number of people here, and we also have one of our informants here. Do any of you like to guide our raid tonight? So we can send all these wonderful viewers to somebody nice that deserves a little boost.
I will probably raid someone as well because I'm gonna take a little breaky break before I start up a new stream for Modern Warfare 3 because may as well not have that connected to the podcast.
Yeah, I'm going to bed after this. I got to get up and record stuff for my other projects that I'm working on.
I don't think Peachy is streaming unless she has another stream now.
Holy cow.
Let's see who is live.
So I'm pretty sure I follow them.
Ooh, Epper is live.
Send us into the black void. Oh, don't worry, chat. If you're on YouTube, there is no forwarding of you because YouTube doesn't really have that function yet. So all that's going to happen is
YouTube does have a rating function, but the person has to have already approved the
Yes.
raid.
Yeah,
Which
and-
makes it near impossible.
Yeah, and I don't know anybody that's streaming right now that would want you. I'm sorry.
We can
Somebody-
figure out YouTube raids later.
Somebody said Silvervale. Do I raid Silvervale with 20 followers and hope some of her people
Oh
unfollow me?
my gosh! Imagine. I mean, you should listen. Silvervale. I don't think she's that bad of a person.
I didn't say she was bad. I'm just saying, like, do I do it?
No, I'm not saying that either. I just
see what happens.
I just think it would be
Ooh,
funny.
I know the perfect person to raid. He is as people like to call a flesh tuber. So I hate it.
I hate
But-
that.
He's fucking funny. For my chat, his name is SebiWebs.
Mhm.
He is voice acting over Baldur's Gate 3, and he is fucking hilarious.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
SebiWebs
awesome.
is great.
Look,
So I'm
chat, I
gonna
would raid
forward
Pippa, but
my-
Pippa's not streaming.
I will
Aw,
forward my
look at
chat
that.
over to him.
Here, we're gonna risk it for a chocolate biscuit, and I'm gonna send you guys over to
Wow.
Silvervale and see what happens.
Really quickly,
Alright.
before we leave, I want to point out that the YouTube chat's doing pretty good. Wow! At one point, our YouTube had almost 30 live viewers watching it. So for our very first
Nice.
stream on YouTube, that's awesome. Thank you guys, everybody that came by today.
Thank
I just
you, everybody.
just want to say that you people are the reason why we're streaming. We want to make something entertaining for all of you. So thank you so much for being here. You're all awesome.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
All right.
everybody.
Have a good one. We'll see you guys next week.